Hello, this is Charting Man Dan of TheChartGuys, where we teach the little guy and girl how to utilize charts to manage their own trades and investments. What do I mean by the little guy and girl? Well, we just had two directives signed halting the implementation of a rule that requires financial advisors to act in the best interests of their client. Let that sink in a little bit. The big wigs on Wall Street can play with your retirement and hard-earned money without your best interests at heart. We currently have hundreds of members taking charge of their financial future, and we would love for you to come check out a free week with no credit card required to see if our services would be beneficial on your path to financial independence as well. What we offer, we have a separate course of over 5 hours in length on when to enter and exit positions. And in terms of what we do daily, we have nightly videos, key levels updated each morning before the bell, 2.5 hours of live daily webcam coverage in the morning and in the afternoon, and over 7 hours of educational videos. All of these links can be found in the description of this video. Come check us out. Thanks for watching. Let's get on to the technical analysis. Hey everyone, checking in on YELP GWPH PCLN NVDA TSLA. And YELP bearish action continues as soon as we lost 32.97. The bears took control, confirming the bear flag on the weekly time frame, and now we see increasing bear volume on the way down. So absolute full control by the bears. The next support we're looking at is on the weekly time frame down at $32, and then we're looking down at the next level, $31. So nice round psychological levels there, but this is not a good spot for the bulls. We have the dump, a weak bounce attempt, a rejection from exponential moving average resistance, and then continuation to the downside on increasing bear volume. So if we lose $32, big time setback for the bulls on the longer term weekly time frame. GWPH saw some follow through on Friday, but could not hold those gains with a big upper wick of profit taking. We've been rejecting from this 8-period exponential moving average over the past 2-3 weeks, and that is still resistance. And we also have the 50-day moving average, which held as support a couple days. That's now resistance at 123.44. The good news for the bulls is they did keep that middle Bollinger Band of 120.50 as support on the weekly time frame, but you look at the daily time frame, and this is not a strong bounce at this point, and it's just another lower high if we cannot get over 124.75. So the bears are still in control on the daily time frame. Bulls saved that support, but they have to see some follow through next week and some upside in order to keep that support, as it's going to begin ascending a bit more rapidly as it's starting to curl to the upside. PCLN inside bar today compared to yesterday. Very tight range, pretty much the same range, but just slightly inside of it. So we'll be looking for a break of this tightening range on Monday. The middle Bollinger Band is going to be up in the upper 1740s. That's a key level to hold. If it breaks, we're looking at 1739 and 1720 as supports. In terms of resistance, 1759, and then the all-time high of 1777. So the bulls are still holding on as long as this middle Bollinger Band holds. The bulls are in control of the daily time frame. Weekly time frame is a bearish reversal candlestick after 3 breakout weeks in a row. Still pretty healthy at this point. We would have to see the most bearish week that we've seen since the election, or I should say since 2017, in order for the bulls to be concerned in the short term. So that's not the case as of right now, but that middle Bollinger Band is going to be tested again next week. NVDA 50-day moving average support is holding. We did see a bullish start to the day. We had a top fishing day trade play today, or on Friday, I should say, which was we had the high of the day at 109.29, consolidated, and then we formed a lower high, 109.27, I believe it was. So a top fishing play is when you put your stop loss just above the high of the day, when you have a clear resistance level there, and if it breaks and the bulls continue, you get stopped out. Otherwise, you ride it to the downside, and we had a nice opportunity riding the puts to the downside. And the 50-day moving average support will be key going into next week, 106.46. Resistance is 109.29 and 109.96. Still bulls in control on the daily time frame after breaking this lower high pattern on the daily. Nice strong bull move. Still healthy consolidation. Volume is decreasing. And on the weekly time frame, indecision doji. After holding the middle Bollinger Band 4 weeks in a row, we're likely to test that middle Bollinger Band again. It's going to be in the lower 103s. If we cannot break to the upside, it will be just another lower high on the weekly time frame. We have this double top, 119.78, 120.77. Even though we did get a higher high, clearly the bulls were not buying up there. They were selling with that upper wick. So if we see a lower high here and we lose the weekly middle Bollinger Band, we are going to see some more prolonged consolidation. So that's why that weekly middle Bollinger Band is so important. It's going to tell us which direction to be looking in on the daily chart for the next couple of weeks. So that level likely to be tested next week, and we'll see if the bulls can hold it. Tesla, extremely bullish day. It was the lead bull all day yesterday. And even when we were dumping in the market and we were seeing all these individual names pulling back, Tesla held strong. So Tesla is absolutely standing out as a lead bull with the volume there. And we're watching this range with our high, our low of consolidation 242, our lower high in the 265s, our higher low at 250. And if the bulls can break 265.75, they are absolutely going to resume control here on the daily time frame, and we'll be looking up at this gap of 270-260. So the upper Bollinger Band is now beginning to ascend, bull volume backing up this move, and a strong close up at the high of the day. If the market recovers, we will look for Tesla to break that 265.75 resistance. The weekly time frame, after a strong bull week, consolidation this week, the bulls bought that dip with a long lower wick and an even higher close here on the weekly. So it is an inside bar on this week compared to last week, and if we get a break to start next week to the upside, all that bull momentum will certainly be present. So that's what we're looking at heading into next week. YELP, full control of the bears. GWPH also seeing weakness. Bulls need further convincing here. PCLN, all about the daily middle Bollinger Band. NVDA, 50-day moving average support holding would show normal, healthy consolidation. And Tesla, bulls in full control. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you Monday.